Hi. So, this is kind of weird and I have no plan for this video, but clearly I'm not having a good day and I thought it might be important to film that and just talk about what this is like for me, for people to understand what a bad mental health day might look like for someone with BPD, or for someone who goes through this to be like, yeah, that's me. Basically, I have a big problem with feeling alone and like no one likes me. Wow, this is gonna be embarrassing. So basically, my boyfriend Mikey is the best, and he is so supportive of me. We've both just been working a ton, and I haven't been able to see him for a couple days, which is really hard for me and makes me feel like we're growing apart. And then when I don't hang out with someone after work, I'm like, I have no friends, and it's really hard for me because I really don't have a ton of close friends. I'm not entirely sure why, or if it's just years and years of me not knowing I had a personality disorder and pushing people away, but it's really hard for me to make friends. And then I totally psych myself out when I do, so I convince myself that people don't want to hang out with me. So then when my boyfriend can't hang out with me, I'm like, great, I'm just completely unlikable. And I know that's stupid, I know it's just my brain convincing me of those things, but like, I'm convinced. So basically today was our day off together, and I was really, really excited for it. I knew that he had to go into work later, but I was like, okay, I'm not gonna think about that part yet. I know it doesn't seem like a huge deal, but to me it is. It's like, all day I'm like, what am I gonna do when I'm by myself? Like, dreading it, because I know that I can just sulk and do this, you know? And then my brain just goes into like the darkest, stupidest place, and like, it's just like torture, you know? So we had a pretty good morning. We went to breakfast, and then we've just been watching TV together. But I do this thing where if I haven't seen him in a while, when I do get to hang out with him, I'm like, I need so much attention, and I do this thing where I'm like, be lovey to me, and like, it puts a lot of pressure on him, because he really does love me. I don't know, I need this like exaggerated amount, and sometimes I do get a ton from him naturally, but it never seems to get good results when I demand it. You know, he's still learning how to deal with this too. He's never had a partner with a mental illness before, so I like commend him so much for even trying to put up with me. But basically, I don't know when the fuck I'm gonna stop crying. It was getting like time for him to go to work, and he ended up having to leave like an hour before I thought, which completely like caught me off guard, and I was like, like started sobbing, because change is very hard for me, and surprises like that are extremely hard for me for some reason. I just like wasn't mentally prepared. And then I tell him that he's been weird all day, and he's like, nope, I've been my normal self. And I'm like, no, like, you're being distant, you're not putting in emotional effort to like help me when I'm obviously having a bad time. And like, I don't know, it's so confusing, and it's like, telling myself about it now, like, I don't even know how I should be handling this. And a lot of the time when I'm having these conversations with Mikey, in my head I'm like, what would my therapist say? Like, she would say that I don't need to put all the blame on him, and I can't control what he does, so if he can't comfort me, then I need to learn how to comfort myself. But when I feel really bad, it's like, I have no idea how to comfort myself, and if I don't get it from someone else, it's like, that means I'm worthless. So Mikey got frustrated at that because he was just being normal, and he had to go to work, so I was just like sobbing, which must have felt terrible for him, like rushing around trying to go to work, and like, I don't know, it's stupid and a mess, but now when I'm talking about it, I'm like, this is not even a big deal. And I'm gonna feel stupid watching this. But I still think it's important because this is what it's like. I don't know why I've been pretty depressed these past few days. I usually just have more of a problem with anxiety, and my depression's been getting a little bit better, but I've just been down, and I don't know why. I guess I'm kind of stressed with my job, and Mikey's working a lot. So now basically I'm at the point where, like, it's time for me to try and get myself out of this mindset, but what do I do? And I can't put all of the responsibility on another person, like hanging out with someone, because that's not always going to be an option. So I have to try to get myself to do things, like I'm recording this video, and even though it's like pretty embarrassing for me, I think it's gonna be, I don't know, probably a good thing to do, and then I can edit that. It's so hard for me to come up with like lists of like healthy, productive things to do by myself and not feel down, and I don't know how to just have a day where I do nothing and not be depressed. It's like impossible for me, and like the idea of it sounds great, like when people are like, oh, I have the day off, I'm gonna go home and do nothing, just watch TV, and for some reason that's just like the worst possible situation for someone like me, I guess. Mentally in my head, I'm telling myself that I can do things like put away all my laundry and take Junie on a walk and maybe try to play some music, but that all sounds so incredibly terrible to me right now. But then I know if I do it, I'll feel good about myself. It's an insanely stupid battle when you say it out loud. It's like, that just means you have to do it. I don't entirely know how to conclude this video. I was really upset when I started it, and I guess that's kind of just, that goes to show that those moments are temporary. And if you're feeling like that, it's gonna end, because I'm already more calm. I'm still not feeling great about myself or my life, but it feels significantly better. I'm gonna take a nap maybe, and then re-wake up, and maybe I can convince myself to do something productive. Maybe I'll do like a follow-up video for this when I like have my thoughts more together and like review this. That'll probably be a better idea. But yep, this was a bad mental health day by Timothy. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.